What's up everybody, I'm Selna Kim, America's face of dating, and I'm super pumped to be really talking to you guys about just the methods of level 10 game. And so in this video, we're really gonna break down the fact of just like the best way to attract high quality women to you, so you don't have to do a bunch of dating apps, risk getting scammed by online dating, and overall just attract high quality women into your life naturally because of who you are, or just winning back the girl who you might have blown your chance with. Where this is coming from is that I made a poll on my story, basically just what you guys want to hear more about, and it looks like just based on the stats that people want an overall idea of just my entire system, just how these two things really tie together. Because if you don't have that foundational mindset of just how to have the methods of level 10 game, then dating is just going to be impossible. Like, it's just going to crumble like a sandcastle at the end of the day. We're going to be going deep into the things that I teach inside my Arrows program, Effortless Romance on Site, the dating mastery system. And just what you're about to learn, by the way, it isn't theory, right? It isn't just like some guru spitting stuff that might work, might not work. This is stuff that's been proven multiple times through studies by multiple universities or doctors, universities like Yale and Stanford and plenty of others. And so these are some of the results, going on the next slide here. This is right here, just in this video, man. This is kind of like what the entire process looks like right here. Just getting either 2 dates per week or even saving your relationship and winning that girl back. This is kind of the whole process there. You can pause it and read through it really quick if you want, but let's just go over some of the results of just like, the fact that it's been proven. And I mean, right here we got Shiv. He literally, he joined my program. He went through a pretty bad just situation with a girl beforehand, and then joined the program and got into a pretty awesome relationship, as you can see later down the line, a few months into the program. Next, we got Danny, an Australian client. He was actually one of my very first clients, one-on-one clients, believe it or not. And me and him have a really great relationship, but he got a really great relationship just after learning this stuff. And he started off just in a really depressed state, and came in and he said that I was the catalyst. If you watch our testimonial interview, I was the catalyst that just really sparked just a change in lifestyle for him. And as you can see, got a great relationship. Next, we have Juan. He joined the program about like a couple months ago, but I remember a month in, he starts like, he said he's never been on a date before in his life, and he's a professional chef. And then he gets literally 2 dates in 1 week, his first week of the program. Then he's like, I got another date. And then literally he's like, I got another date, like in the same day. It was pretty crazy, just his results. So then we have Renee. Renee, he lives over there. I think it's Central America. I know it's somewhere around the beach in Central America. I know he's a beautiful, beautiful beach house, but he was also dealing with a really toxic ex-girlfriend that kept coming in and out of his life. And I told him, I was like, dude, you gotta up that quality and just go for girls like this. And he actually met a really great girl a couple weeks into the program, and then about a month after that, they actually got into a relationship, which is just fucking awesome, man. Next, we have Paul Arcio. So he lives over there in California, and he was in I believe it's the Marines. So if he watches this, he's like, bro, it's not the Marines. It's something, I think it's the Marines, but I can't remember exactly. He was telling me some crazy stories, man, but he was also, all these guys have been dealing with like toxic women, it seems like, and he was dealing with a toxic girl as well. And I was like, dude, like, let's get you away from that and actually get you more to the quality side. And he ended up, he was kind of nervous around girls as well, he said, but then he gets into the program and boom, like he gets 3 girls center of attention in one night. And I know he texted me actually last night in the group channel. He said that he has a date set up for Thursday with one, which is pretty awesome. And then we also have Jose. He lives over there, I believe in Boston, and he got a really, he's just been crushing it. Like he wasn't used to going on dates, wasn't used to going out with women, and then suddenly, he joins the program and dates are just consistently flying in here. So let's just address the elephant in the room. Yes, I am in a relationship, and yes, you still have to apply these things to keep the girl. As you can see, that's me, my girl in the middle right there. That's her individually on the left. Runs her own like fitness brand. She's pretty sexy. So that's just always what I've just envisioned for myself, just having that really high quality supportive woman who's very, very sexy and feminine. And that's us on the right as well. We went to Mexico about a month or 2 back, and I took her to this like private spring. You like jump into the spring, and It was like a 30-foot jump right into this beautiful like 30-foot drop, and like the water, that's not even edited. Like that's just exactly what the water looked like. This very like divine blue. It's just amazing to jump into. It's crystal clear. It's this little cavern. So there was actually fish in there too, which I was really surprised about. But yes, you do have to do these things in the relationship to keep the girl. It doesn't just stop at the relationship and then you're good to go, you know. So yeah, you know, this is why I do this stuff, is because I want to see you guys actually in a relationship too, and that's why I'm doing this free training right now. So, and you can also check out, you know, like me and my girlfriend, and also some of my work at awakeningalpha.com, or just, you know, look at my stuff on Instagram. It's right there as well with, you know, just what I post and what I talk about. And so this video, it's not going to be for everybody, okay? So let's just start this off, man. This video is for you. If you're a guy who's making an income where, you know, like you're not living hand to mouth, like you're not living paycheck to paycheck, but you have your needs met, right? And maybe a few luxury needs, plus some money in the bank. With inflation right now, it's probably like 8 to 10K, you know, at least, because inflation's going up. It's for the guys who maybe are stuck in the friend zone, or they know they're leaving opportunities on the table with girls because they don't know how to communicate with girls properly, or they're just being too nice, can't flirt, and especially the guys who are business owners or have a great career and have a girl, but the relationship isn't that good. You might be arguing all the time, it's stressing you out, and it's obviously taking a toll on your business as well. And of course, let me move this, you have to have your life in order, right? Healthy, career-wise, like 90% complete and great. Like your main bottleneck is just the system you're currently using to attract girls and keep them. So you have to have your life in order. Now, this video is not going to be for you if like you're a total beginner and you're just getting started, right? This is kind of advanced. This is for guys that already have their life together. And if you're a total beginner, then, you know, maybe you should just start with my book and build up from there, because that has a lot of like the beginning basic stuff in there, right? Instead of the guys who are, you know, they have their life established and they understand some things about love, but it's just they don't have a good system of actually attracting that girl. This video is not for you if you have no stable job or income, like in school, etc. And it's just because like, this is just the raw truth, is that if you guys aren't financially stable, like if you guys aren't making like, you know, 6 figures or like at least around that area plus, like all my clients are, it's going to be almost impossible to focus on girls, dude, because you're going to be trying to focus on girls and learn this stuff, and then it's like at the same time you're going to be struggling with money. And really, you guys should have your life established and have a stable income and have a great job before you even start working on the girl stuff and even focusing on this stuff. So it's like, if you guys if you guys are like that, just go figure out your income and come back and we'll work on this stuff. Like, I'll still be here. I don't plan on going anytime soon. It's especially not for the guys who aren't open to learning or comfortable, right? Or even comfortable to show their face on camera to me, like on a one-on-one. Probably not for you. It means you're probably just too shy and you just aren't open to learning. And especially kind of have a pride or ego about learning girls and can't follow directions. There was a guy that I was talking to, he makes like $100,000 a month, and he was getting like, you know, like 2 dates per week, or 2 dates per 6 months, I think. He's got like 2 dates in the last 6 months. And I was just like, dude, like I absolutely know I can help you, but he was just too comfortable. He was just like, yeah, man, like I'm fine. I'm fine with being average, man. I'm fine with getting just a couple dates per month and, you know, not really getting like the most attractive or quality girls. Like he was super comfortable, right? And I was like, dude, if that's for you, that's for you, man. But the guys that are here and watching my video and working with me, they want something better, right? They want something more. And that's why you guys are probably here, is because you might be getting average results, but you want something just, you know, there's way better, and you see probably people out there that are getting way better results. That's what you want, and those are the guys that I want to work for. And so, yeah, I mean, just, you know, going over just a few more testimonials again, just to show you guys just this training will work if you guys just apply everything here. We got Martin right here, and he honestly he impressed me, and it's I don't get impressed too often, I'll be honest with you guys. And he was deaf. Actually, when he joined the program, he was partially deaf. And I was like, what? Like he was putting something in his ear one day, and like I found out that he was like, I was like, what is that? He was like, oh yeah, dude, like I'm partially deaf. And I was like, wow, dude, I didn't know that. He went on about 6 weeks into the program, like started attracting really beautiful, quality women. And you know, you can watch our testimonial there. Obviously, it's right there on the left. Just go to my channel or go to my website and watch it. But it was honestly very, very impressive, just the results he got. based on it. He didn't let his circumstances hold him back, which is something I loved about him. And then we have Jamie. He actually was like one of the OG fans of Team SK. And he was at my following when it was around like when it was probably around like 10K. It's at 1 million now. But I think we're at like 1.3 million total followers over all of our platforms. But he came to me when I only had like 10K total followers. So he was just like one of the early birds for sure. And got my book, read my book, and then he wanted to join my program because his relationship just wasn't going in the way that he wanted it. And as you can see, and you can listen to that testimonial, he was just like, he was saying right there, he said, like, I just can't get her off of me, was his next words. Then you can see his testimonial down there, like, spent the whole weekend with my girl, did not lose my frame, she was testing me, blah, blah, blah. We'll go over tests in a few, but they have a really great supportive relationship now after applying this stuff. And then we have Camilo, just at a party, attracting women. He's very, very smooth with the way he talks, and that's what he wanted when he joined the program, was just having that witty banter, being able to say the things that you see in movies or making up these lines on his own. So let's just talk about the system, right? Let's just run right into the system. Again, it's the methods of level 10 game. This is the best way to attract high quality women in 90 days or less, or win back that high quality woman without having to do multiple dating apps or risk getting scammed on dating apps, or do just thousands of cold approaches and getting rejected, right? And so these are the methods of level 10. Level 10 game is that first you have to present yourself as a high value man, confidence, mindset, and interpretation. We're going to go over that. And because if you don't have that initial foundation of the confidence, like everything else that comes after this it's not going to fucking matter. It's just not going to matter. Next, you have just the talking game. After we develop that confidence and that interpretation, you have to know how to flirt with girls effectively, how to talk to them, right? Number 3, we have passing tests, because you're going to get objections from girls and they're going to try to test you to see if you're a high value man. They're going to try to throw you off your center with some comments, and you have to know how to be able to pass those and make your own comebacks for those. And then finally, we have texting and scaling to a relationship, getting 2 dates per week, saving the relationship, XYZ. So let's start with number 1, presenting yourself as a high value man, the interpretation game. So I want to break down some things for you. It's something we call the interpretation game. And getting girls to like you is 80% psychology, 20% mechanics. And a lot of guys don't believe that. And I'm going to show you how true that is in a second. But currently girls might view you as the nice guy, or they might view you as like the backup plan, right? And you can tell they're cool with you, but it's impossible to spark those raw feelings of attraction you need to make her want you. And one of the most valuable things that I learned is that the world will accept whatever judgment that you place on yourself, right? So chances are the way she's treating you and the way she's talking to you is probably the way that you're actually treating and talking to yourself. And that determines which guy you're going to be, the guy that's super confident, or, the guy that's like this, mopey, doesn't attract girls, just upset with his life. And you want to get to a place where, like, she's blowing your phone up. She's just making love to you again and again and again. Your friends are impressed with how smooth and cool you are. And you're dating not only a dime piece, but to look at someone as if you would ask yourself, like, would this girl be a good mother to my children? And that's how you know she's quality, is if you say, yes, she would be a good mother to my children if we were to have children. The way that you're going to be a 10 is, drumroll please, being a 10 yourself. Yeah. And a lot of guys are like, what? Like, and then it's going to hit you in a second, but it's like being a 10 yourself is how you're going to attract a 10. And this all comes from your interpretation and your own self-view of yourself, because your thoughts create your actions, and most guys aren't aware of the actions that they're doing. It's causing mistakes to happen, like her pulling away, treating you like second, and just not being able to attract girls like at all. Inside my coaching program, Arrows, like we go deep into all the techniques and interpretations you can adopt that will not only make you a 10 confident and attract the girls to you so hard that you'll be able to even attract girls in a coma, but it's just going to take too long to get into that right now. So at the end of this video, I'll be honest, I'm going to extend an invite for you to join this program, just being fully transparent. And if you feel like you're a good fit and what you're learning right now is something that you want to take to the next level, so we can help you really attract those high quality women and keep the high quality women and make it less painful, then there will be some details at the end of this video. So number 2, master the talking game. So the first thing in mastering the talking game is that you have to master your frame. And what that is that when you're talking to a girl, Most guys just fall into the girl's frame because they're scared to lose her, or they don't want to make her mad, X, Y, Z. And here's the thing is that most guys don't realize that they're doing this. And this is the most effective way to communicate with girls that displays you're a leader, that you're masculine, calm, and strong. Now, it does not require you to change everything you say, and you don't have to know all these fancy lines, right? And this will grant you the ability to think of those lines naturally on your own and be able to pass all of her tests with ease. So, I mean, it's like, have you ever seen the guy back in school or whatever who was cool with you in private, but then around hot girls, he like changes up and acts all rude to you to impress the girl? That's breaking his frame to impress the girl. And he probably didn't get girls, and if he did, he didn't really get very far. But once you master frame and using a lot of these tricks and methods, it's going to give you absolutely 10 game. The frame battle is like, she's like, you know, you're too short for me, let's say. And this is how it works exactly, right? This is how it works. Is that you have to be able to attract the girl in order to get the girl. If you're trying to re-attract her, then you still have to do the frame battle, okay? A very simple way of doing this is, like, do you get tested? Do you get tested by women? Do they call you short, or do they call you, do they say, like, can you handle me? Are they like, you know, like, you're too cocky? Those are all tests, and it actually means attraction. And it comes from your interpretation about yourself that marks your comebacks, and actually marks and targets and makes your comebacks. So you have your frame, and then you have her frame. And like I said, most guys fall into her frame. So the most powerful frame wins and then falls into the other one. And most guys don't want the girl mad at him, so he submits to her frame, like I've already talked about. But I just want to make sure you guys get this. But for example, there was this French client that I had, and this is such a funny story, but she said, you're too short for me. So he was talking to a chick. She was kind of, you know, she seemed like she was attractive and seemed like she was attracted to him, but he kept getting like the you're too short line. You're too short for me is what she'd say. He was like, bro, like, it just broke me. It broke his confidence. It broke his interpretation about himself, and he just didn't know how to come back to that. And I was like, dude, you should have just said to her, and too handsome. And I'm too handsome for you. The reason is because, like, a lot of guys who join my program are super shy at first. And when they can walk right up, know exactly what to say, build attraction, and also that deep rapport with the girl, then getting the number and setting a date, it's like literally impossible to fail. You know, it's like that frame right there of that French client is that she was like, you know, you're not good enough for me, right? Basically, she's like, you're too short for me, you're not good enough for me. And he came back and said, whoever said that I wanted you to begin with, I'm too handsome for you too. And it made her fall into his frame. And I think he's still dating that girl that he said that to, actually to this day. But number 3, we have making her want you more. And so the importance here is making her want more of you. And this is what's going to spark desire to get you out in person. A guy who is good with girls asks her out, but a guy who is great with girls gets asked out. So think about that. Closing the date is super important. We're going to be talking about that in a few, but you have to know how to get her out on the date and close the date. You have to know how to close the date, because if you apply steps 1 and 2, she's going to be dropping hints that she wants to see you again, right? Dropping hints that she wants to see you again. And, you know, and here's like a little, like, this paints the example is that, like, you know, when this girl, Shivankar was one of our Arrows clients as well. This girl was like, you know, like, she was dropping hints that she wants to see him, and he didn't have like much confidence at the start, but he built up this interpretation that he can see when she's hinting that she wants to get together, and then boom, they get together, and now he says that she couldn't stop holding my hand because she was feeling cold, and after the date, you know, or the next day, she's like, hey, handsome. That's how it should be for everybody. So the next part about this is that you're gonna have to know how to like really handle objections. Like I said with Shivankar, you have to interpret that she wants to see you again, right? Where he's like, sounds like you missed me. When she's over here just like, hey, like, I had a really good time with you, I was just thinking about you, and you're like, sounds like you missed me. Like, you know, let's get together. A common objection that you might get is that when you're talking that smoothly to a girl, she's gonna be like, what makes you think you can handle me? So, I mean, let's talk about it right now. What do you say? Let's test you guys. What do you say to that? What makes you think you can handle me? I'll give you a hint. I'll give you 2 seconds. 1,000, 2,000. Stop talking dirty to me. Always going to be great. But yeah, this is really just the methods of level 10 game of like, this is what it's going to look like right here. Just this pathway of from first meeting all the way to the relationship. So you guys can pause that and take a look at it if you want. But let's talk about number 4, just mastering the texting. Is that once you've mastered like these 3 steps, which my clients typically do in about 90 days, some earlier, some later, then it's really time to scale to that relationship. Just because like you get her out once doesn't mean it's one. You have to master how to get her out again and again. And we do this through texting guides, as you can see in arrows here. Like we talk about like just really how to get her out in person and handling like really just every objection that a girl might throw at you, just really in depth. But yeah, like you have to know how to text her and get her out continuously to make her want to be your girlfriend and more. So it all starts with learning how to text, you know, when to text, talk on social media, or however you two connected. As we all know, we live in a world where, you know, everyone's on their phones, it seems like. So if you don't have a number or anything, then, you know, how are you going to set up date number 2, number 3, and more? And, you know, 2, 4, 6, and 8, I really talk about date number 8 because around week 8, if you do everything that I talk about in the program here, she's going to be falling in love with you, which a lot of guys don't understand or don't really get, or actually have never really experienced before. But if you do steps 1 through 3 correct, week 8 is gonna be the point where she starts bringing up exclusivity, which means the relationship and being exclusive with you in a relationship. This is all gonna make you like a beast and be able to get from meeting girl to a relationship by week 8. And just at a bird's eye view, that's what is the 10 game method. And it's like you want to create a dating life where women come to you, you know, without you really having to do like anything at fucking all, man. Like that's the best kind of thing. So you can actually focus on doing things like getting her out in person, actually spending that time with her in person, instead of trying to figure out what to text her, what to say to her, how to talk to her. You know, is she talking to other guys? Like you won't ever have to worry about this stuff again. And that's what's so perfect about arrows. Let me talk about the results that the system has really brought. Is that we've had over 100 guys go through our program and get into an effortless and amazing relationship. Like, it's pretty awesome, man. Like I should give myself a pat on the back for that. Like that's amazing. For the guys in a relationship, they can re-spark attraction in a dead relationship within 60 days and win her back on average. Our average student is able to add a high-quality girlfriend to his life within the first 12 months in the program. Like, that's super impressive. So this is really just how it works, is that, you know, there's unlimited one-to-one mentorship with my team of coaches and I, yes, really, plus a weekly group coaching mastermind call with me, and that's Parker on the left, one of the coaches in the program. He has a super successful brand himself. There's me in the middle, and then there's Moses, one of our head coaches in the program. And we're thinking about adding more like just weekly mastermind calls with the group. So we're probably going to do that in the future just because they're very highly productive. Every person in the program gets a custom strategy call for each student, right? So a one-to-one kickoff call and assessment, a 30, like 60, 90-day game plan, depending on your situation for how we're going to really attract that girl back into your life, or just get you going on 2 dates per week in general. We're really going to show you how to market yourself in a way so you stop attracting just, you know, low quality women, plus really give you a gameplay of, you know, how to master your confidence to naturally attract high quality women and how to effectively flirt with these girls, getting her on a date, and scale to a relationship or rescale to a relationship if you're trying to reignite the relationship that, you know, was lost. Plus, you know, we give you guys an online step-by-step course plus community of guys who are crushing it in their relationships and dating life in general. So not only will you be getting value from me and the coaches, but other guys who have went to the program and actually, you know, could probably tell you just obstacles to avoid and things to avoid with getting there. It's going to help you get there faster. But warning, I got to admit that we're real people and we're a small team, right? We only have about 6 to 8 good working hours per day. And we make enough money with our own brands and social media. Honestly, like we all make enough money. Like we don't have to coach. It's just something that I'm super passionate about, and something I love doing. Just seeing guys get results with women, and not going through the hassle and stress that honestly I'd probably say like over 90% of guys go through today. And if you're seeing this, we have spots open right now, right? But when we get busy, like this invitation to join the program will go away. So, you know, we can serve our current students to the best of our ability, because if it just gets too much, it's like our energy is stretched thin. And that's why we're constantly just adding to the team and figuring out new systems to actually get clients better results and more effective results. But at the very bottom of this video, you're gonna see like this apply button or like, you know, application button. So just click that, and it's really just you're either gonna see a waitlist pop up, or you're gonna see a link to book a call with me. And if you see the waitlist, just fill out the form and we'll contact you when spots open back up. But if if you see the calendar, then don't hesitate, book a spot with us, and so you can actually talk to me. Fill out that form that you have to fill out, and then you'll book a call with me right when that form is filled out. So make sure to do that. But we just want to hop on a call with you guys to even see if you're a good fit. And we don't want to make you an offer if you're not a good fit. So if we do hop on a call and talk about your situation, and if we can help, then we will make you an offer and tell you all the details of Arrows. And taking up that offer will totally be up to you guys, right? But I hope this training was valuable, whether you're interested in taking it to the next level and joining Arrows or not. And if you are interested, then go ahead and apply down below or sign up for the waitlist for when spots open back up. And I'll see you guys around.